Good evening, friends. Happy spring. Happy tax day, April 15th. Hope you got them in on time or got your extensions in. I got mine in on time, barely, as I do, being a independent contractor and small business owner. I got a complicated tax form, but I have a good accountant who got me in on time last week. Okay. Hope everyone's doing great out there. It's a gorgeous day here in Southern California, where I've been for about the past week since Tahoe Winter Wondergrass. And it's just never enough time when I'm here. I been enjoying the SoCal weather, been enjoying time with family and my mom and my sister, and getting lots of hikes in and seeing all the wildflowers. So here we are, it's Monday, and this is a great opportunity for us to get together and have a little play-along jam. All right, so I'm just checking the live streams. It looks like Facebook is working. There we go. And let's see about the YouTube. So as I'm doing this, I'll kind of remind everybody, and for the first timers, kind of let you know how it works. I'm just going to set up the song and give a brief run through of how it goes. You can learn songs this way. I mean, you can learn songs just by listening to the album, right? That's how I usually learn the songs. But this is going to be me kind of like showing you the chord changes and then going through the song really slow here at the slow tempo jam. And then, of course, next session right after this is mid-tempo and then fast jam. So this is a great way to hear everything slowed down and have me show you the chord changes in case you're not, figuring them out from the recording. So you can learn songs here, but the point is we're just here to jam, and you might not know some of these songs very well, but that's the way bluegrass jams are. You just got to show up and get into it and play along, and eventually you'll know the songs and you'll know all the material. So, okay, everything's looking good on the live streams. So here we go. I'll show you how this song goes, and I'll have a click track going, and I will demonstrate how I might kick off the song. And of course, a kickoff is simply an instrumental introduction of the song. And I'll give you that sample of how I might kick it off on the guitar. The guitar is a less common instrument for kicking things off in bluegrass music, but it has been done and it can be done. And I do it quite a bit on my albums and when I'm leading a jam. But traditionally, the banjo and the fiddle and the mandolin are the main instruments that would kick off a song. But anyhow, I'll show you how I might kick it off, and then I will count you in, and you'll kick the song off, and then we'll sing verse and chorus. You'll sing along as best you can, or to your level of interest, I guess. And then I will take the first break, or solo, and you're presumably backing me up, right? Meaning playing rhythm for me and hearing how that kind of locks in with a soloist. And then after the next verse and chorus, I will cue you to take your break. And that way you will have heard me do something and you might pick up some ideas from me. And that's part of the benefit of jamming with others that you are gaining from this, is that you're hearing some of my ideas happening, which could inspire you when you take your break on the song. So anyway, that's the rundown. And here's the click track, and here's how Roll On Buddy goes. Very simple song in G. And it goes 1, 1, and a 1. 4, 4, back to 1. 4 and 4. 1 and a 1, 1 and 5 and a 1. So that's it. It's 1, 4, 5 in the key of G. And I'm always going to use the number system when I can. And if you don't know the number system, it's pretty easy to figure out. Hit me up in a message and I will help explain it to you. But we like to use the numbers in bluegrass style because different instruments might be tuned different or in different capo positions. So you might be thinking about different chord positions. So we like to just keep a common denominator of those chord rolls, the 1, the 4, and the 5, etc., as they relate to the key we're in. Okay, if I'm going to kick off the song, you heard me kind of sing the melody. So I'm going to do a version of the melody, which might sound like a 1, 2, 3. So that's me playing the kickoff and decorating that melody with some of the tools that I have on the guitar to do so. But you can always just play just the straight melody notes without any decoration or embellishment, and that would be an absolutely fine kickoff. If you're playing bass, this might not apply to you. You might just be playing bass. If you're strictly a rhythm player, whatever your instrument is, it might not apply to you either. You might just be playing rhythm along with me, and that's fine. But either way, if you're ready to kick it off, go ahead and do so, and we'll play Roll On Buddy here in the key of G, and I hope you're singing along. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. First verse. I'm going to that East K road. I'm going to that East K road. I'm going to the east. I'm going to the west. I'm going to the one that I love best. Here's the chorus. Roll on, buddy, roll on. Roll on, buddy, roll on. You wouldn't roll so slow if you knew what I know. So roll on, buddy, roll on. I'm gonna play. My home is down in Tennessee. My home is down in Tennessee. In sunny Tennessee, that's where I long to be. Way down in sunny Tennessee. Here's the chorus. Roll on, buddy, roll on. Roll on, buddy, roll on. You wouldn't roll so slow if you knew what I know. So roll on, buddy, roll on. Play it. I've got a good woman just the same. I've got a good woman just the same. Good woman just the same, says she's gonna change her name. I've got a good woman just the same. Last chorus. Roll on, buddy, roll on. Roll on, buddy, roll on. You wouldn't roll so slow if you knew what I know. So roll on, buddy, roll on. Okay, we're off and running. So that's the cue to end the song, which would be a kick of the foot, if you could see my feet, in a real jam. And this would be the cue to tag it. Okay, fun. Good song that I learned from Bill Monroe. And a great song for working up at a faster tempo. It's very simple, and it can roll off at a good fast clip as well as a nice slow clip like we did. Okay, Valley of Peace. I just love this song. It's been a while since we've done it on the jam. Peaceful, beautiful number, and it's a bluegrass waltz. So I'll find a good waltz tempo here. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. One click per beat. You can practice waltzes with a long beat, like dun, dun, dun. And that's the way I usually practice, you know, when I'm with my metronome. But this will just keep it easier for everybody and make it accessible for those of you who are here at the entry level. So, Valley of Peace. The main part to remember is the chorus. The chorus is the section that we're going to be playing our break and our kickoff over. It's the part we're going to be jamming on. The verses are straight 1, 4, 5, 1. And I'm not even going to show you the verses. It's very easy to follow, and I'll be singing. So that's how the verses go, just straight 1, 4, 5, 1. The chorus goes 1 and 1 and 4 and 1, 5, 5 and 5. 1 and 1 and 4 and 4, 5 and 5 and 1. Okay, so it's got that long 5 chord in there, and my kickoff would go 1, 2, ready, go. I'll try that again. I'll sing it so you get it in your head. Peace, peaceful valley of peace, where no sorrows are known. Like heaven, it's heaven to me, it seems. Peaceful valley, my home. Okay? There you go. It's in your head a little bit better now. And give it a shot. Kick us off here on Valley of Peace in the key of G. 1, 2, 3, go. Here's the chorus. Peace, peaceful valley of peace, where no sorrows are known. Like heaven, it's heaven to me, it seems. Peaceful valley, my home. First verse. There's an old broken lock on the old cabin door. There's cracks in the boards of the old cabin floor. It's a tumble-down shack, and I long to go back and live in that home evermore. Chorus. Peace, peaceful valley of peace, where no sorrows are known. Like heaven, it's heaven to me, it seems. Peaceful valley, my home. I'm gonna play. Through an old broken window, a light brightly shines. It sparkles and shines through the honeysuckle vines, and an old rustic well in my sweet little Nell. And for me, I know how she pines. Peace, peaceful valley of peace, where no sorrows are known. Like heaven, it's heaven to me, it seems. Peaceful valley, my home. Play. In the parlor, a fire is burning so bright. The old rocking chair sits empty tonight. That tumble-down shack is a palace to me, and that's where I'm longing to be. Peace, peaceful valley of peace, where no sorrows are known. Like heaven, it's heaven to me, it seems. Peaceful valley, my home. Like heaven, it's heaven to me, it seems. Peaceful valley, my home. All right. That's a good song. Okay, let's move right along. John Henry. This one's for the banjo players and everyone else, of course, but I like to include at least one instrumental in each set that non-guitar and fiddle players would be into, in the spirit of inclusion. So let's see here, find a good tempo for John Henry. This is also one that's in the beginning section of my Artist Works course, so welcome all of my Artist Works participants in Flat Picking Academy, and here's your chance to practice playing John Henry. So lots of ways to approach this tune. I call it a tune because we're playing it as an instrumental. Of course, it does have words, it's a song, but we're making a tune out of it here. So you can play the real simple version of the melody, or you can embellish it to your heart's content. But here's how it in the key of G. 1 and 1 and 1 and a 1. 1 and 1 and a 5. And a 1 and 1 and 1 and a 1. 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. 1 and a 5 and a 1. Very simple. It just has those couple extra beats that second time around. And let's take double breaks, okay? So I'm going to play that form twice through. And then you're going to play it twice through right after me. And then I'll play it again twice through. And then you'll play it again twice through. So me, you on a double form, okay? For John Henry. So we'll play this and then I'll check in with everybody. So make sure you're chiming in on the chat to let me know where you are, what you're playing, how you're doing, and if you have any other concerns or questions for me. Here we go. I'm going to kick it off, and we'll play John Henry in the key of G. Okay, good old John Henry. And that's one, of course, that can go by a good bit quicker. But I know the banjo players love it because they learned it from Earl Scruggs. So hopefully those of you playing banjo enjoyed that. And of course, dobros love it, being a G number with a lot of that open G one chord happening. Guitar players love it because guitar players love everything. Anyway, hopefully everybody enjoyed that. Let's see how you're doing over here in YouTube land. Sandy is ready and always at the top of the list at Bakersfield, picking the banjo. All right, Sandy, that one was for you. And Dickie Derry, hello. Thank you for being here. Alan Russell, stuck in New Jersey without your guitar. Saddest thing well, that's not quite the saddest thing I've heard today, but that is a sad thing. Hopefully when you get that guitar in your hand, you can jump back in and play along on the archives. And the archives are always there. I sent out an email blast today that had a link to them. And on this page, if you just go to playlists, and you'll see that list of all of the previous jams. There's hundreds of sets in there. Hi, Dave Schmidt. Hey now. Carl Malley on the D28 in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Hi, Carl. Hi, Dave. Dave Schmidt is playing the old red label Yamaha. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Yamaha makes a good instrument. And this is Scott in Flagler Beach, I believe. Checking in. Always a good night when I'm on. Right on. And Ron Lipton in Indiana playing the Bourgeois OM. That's a good guitar. Peter Zellman playing the old Breed Love in Greensboro, North Carolina. Very cool. And Mike G is in Austin, Texas. Okay. Very cool. The saddest news I heard today is, of course, the passing of Ben Eldridge. And definitely shed some tears this morning. A hero in bluegrass music, a hero among my immediate family of pickers. Of course, he's Chris Eldridge's dad, and Chris is a close friend, and definitely feeling for the family and all of those bluegrass fans. You know, he was one of the last men standing from the seldom scene. I believe Tom Gray might be the last one. Anyhow, Ben made it to 85, so good long life, but still quite sad to hear of Ben, old Bushead, as Critter called him, because he has this huge forehead. He was a very smart guy, a mathematician, right? Anyway, we grieve for Ben Eldridge and everyone else who we've lost from the bluegrass community this year. Jim Hanaway, beautiful day in New Jersey. Glad to hear that. Hello, Dave Holtkamp in windy, old breezy New Mexico. Yep, it gets breezy down there. Rachel Couple, a newcomer here in San Diego. Cool, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, but thank you for being here, Rachel. Dan Plata in Wadsworth, Illinois. Hi, Dan. Hi, Randy in New Mexico, Randy Shire. Franz Vanoitven. I hope I got that right. Following in Belgium in the middle of the night. Thank you, Franz. You've traveled the longest so far here on the list. Thank you for being here late night in Belgium. That's great to hear. Brian Blazer. Hey, Brian, I think you just need to refresh that. Yeah. Everything's cranking on this end. Thank goodness. Good to see you, Brian. Hope you're jamming along. Hi, Doug Butts. All the best to you as well. Thanks for being here. Colin Burns, of course. I don't know if you're a little closer than Belgium, but you've traveled a long way. Let's just say you and Franz both win the prize here tonight. Picking along from Yorkshire in the UK. And John Ettringer, enjoying the jam from North Carolina with your D18. Very cool. Thank you for being here, John. Leonard Greco in Oregon. Happy picking. Great. Great to have you here. Where am I? This got snapped on me. John Keegan back in action in Mainville, Ohio. Broken right arm. Oh my gosh. And it's mostly working again. Okay, well, it's always a good chance to kind of revamp some things about your technique and work on your singing. But anyway, I hope you heal real quick there, John. And Rachel, working fine on the ukulele. Very cool. And Rachel, yes, Tom Gray is still alive. So Tom Gray is the last man standing from the Seldom Scene, from the original Seldom Scene. And all of them heroes. I'm such a huge Seldom Scene fan. Don't even get me started. Heidi, checking in from New Jersey. Hello, Heidi Olson Pole. Great. Yeah, Ben was so great and real nice guy. Ginger Bryan in Indiana. Hello, Ginger. And Jack McGuire in Ohio. Very cool. Thank you all for chiming in. So in other news, it's just springtime and life is beautiful. So I hope you all have something to be grateful for today. I'm heading to Baja next week for Baja Wondergrass. And as those of you who might have seen my email blast today notice, I'm still being pretty selective about gigs. I'm not that eager to get out and hit the road again like I did in the old days. The time may come again. We'll see. But I've just been, since the pandemic, I've just been very intentional and trying to really enjoy my life and also get a lot of work done that is positive and healthy, right? I mean, I'm not working any less hard than I was when I was on the road. I'm just doing a lot of different things, doing the Artist Works Flat Picking Academy, doing a lot of rafting in the summers, which of course is pure fun, but it's also the hardest work I've ever done, physically and in terms of the hours it takes, because I'm also entertaining people out there. So I'm usually working sort of double duty as guide and musician on those trips. But I couldn't be more grateful for that. I absolutely love that experience, and I'm going to be out there quite a bit this summer. I'm doing a lot of musical collaborating with some of my best friends and musical heroes, including a launch that just got announced that we added late, and so there are tickets available on August 8th with Bill Nershi and Jillian Nershi and me. So come join us out there in Dinosaur National Monument on the Gates of Lodore on the Green River. And there are still plenty of other launches that I'm going to be on that have tickets left. There are many that are also sold out, but they have waiting lists. So anyway, just check Adrift website, adrift.com. This is Adrift Dinosaur, not to be confused with Adrift in Moab, which is totally different. But adrift.com/River Wondergrass, or you can just check out the link on my website, tylergrant.com. Okay, and I was in the studio, as most of you probably know, and that album is being mixed this week, and it's going to be, bluegrass and flat picking oriented album. It's all original songs and instrumentals, and I'm really excited to get that out. So I'll keep you posted. Probably going to be sometime in the summer when it's released. Okay, let's move on. Just a few old memories. Here we go. This was a request. Originally, I think Jim Hanaway, who requests a lot of songs, I think he requested this one ages ago. And this is In a Waltz Time. And I'm here at the old house in Hamul, California, East San Diego County. This is where I grew up. And there are lots of memories and lots of living things in this house. I mean, just spirits and energies of all the time since my great-grandparents built this place back in the 30s and 40s. And I'm looking at these shelves with old photos and old things. So this is one that comes up for me when I'm in this environment. And we're in the key of A. And let's see. A little bit quicker. Okay, so this one goes in the key of A. One. Up to the four. Back to the one. Up to the 5. it always does that 4 walk down to 1 at the end of the verses and the choruses. So at the end of the verse, you go to the 4, this is the chorus now, back to the 1, up to the 4, up to the 5, just a few old love letters, back to 1, up to the 4, back to the 1, quick 5 and 1, 4, 5 and 1. Okay, so there's those quick little passing chords that happen, and when we're going into a verse, we'll do that 4 walk down to 1, and then a 5, and then a 1. Okay, so every time we're going to a verse or to the instrumental sections, which are going to be over the verse form, we do that quick 5, and then we're into the 1 chord. And we don't do that when we're going to the chorus. When we're going to the chorus, we do the 4 walk down, and then I'm going to play an A7 chord, or in this fingering a G7. I'm going to play my 1 with a 7th on it, which shows us, demonstrates, leads us, cues us, clues us into that the 4 chord is happening. It's an audible cue to go to the 4 chord. Okay? So we do the 1-7 when we're going to the choruses, but every other time we're going to hit that 5 chord, which takes us back to 1. So here's how I might kick it off, and there is a cool guitar kickoff on the recording, the Hazel Dickens version of this. She wrote the song, of course. So here's how I might kick it off, and we're gonna let you kick it off, and breaks also will be through the entire form of the verse. So here's how I might do it. 1, 2, 3. If you get all of that in there, you get extra credit. All those melody notes, plus some of those chord changes, plus the little walk down, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then the 5. I'm gonna start singing right on that 5 chord. So whether or not you get that, it's fine. I'm gonna get it. So I got your back. Go ahead and kick us off on Just a Few Old Memories by Hazel Dickens in the key of A. 1, 2, 3. Just a few old memories slipped in through the door, though I thought I had closed it so tightly before. I can't understand it. why it should bother my mind. For it all belongs to another place in time. Just a few old keepsakes way back on the shelf. No, they don't mean nothing. I'm surprised that they're left. Just a few old love letters with the edges all brown, and an old faded picture I keep turned upside down. I got it. Just a few old memories from way back in time. Well, I can hardly remember. I don't know why I'm crying. I can't understand it. I'm surprised in myself. First thing tomorrow morning, I'll clean off that shelf. Just a few old keepsakes way back on the shelf. No, they don't mean nothing. I'm surprised that they're left. Just a few old love letters with the edges all brown, and an old faded picture I keep turned upside down. Play. Just a few old keepsakes way back on the shelf. No, they don't mean nothing. Well, I'm surprised that they're left. Just a few old love letters with the edges all brown, and an old faded picture I keep turned upside down. Okay. Thank you for indulging me. I love to sing that song. Okay. Oh, speaking of songs I love, this is another lovely ballad. But we're back in 4/4 time here, and we're going to do Voice on the Wind from Hot Rise. I believe Tim O'Brien wrote the song. I don't know that for sure, but I would assume so. It's very much in his style, and of course he sang it. Okay, that is too fast. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Okay, we'll be in the key of A. I've been dealing with congestion in my throat, so you'll hear that in my voice a little bit every now and then. I feel great vocally, but I've just had this congestion ever since I got back from India. It's been a thing. And it might be long haul effects of COVID. It might be seasonal allergies. I'm not really sure, but I'm kind of working on it these days and trying to remedy that. Okay, this song goes. And a one, and a one, and a four, back to one, back to four, back to one, and a five, and a one. The whole thing. Your love has gone, said a voice on the wind. This is the chorus. As sweet as a song on a violin, as sad as the sky on a starless night, or the tear in your eye in the pale moonlight. What a beautiful chorus. And the verses are quite good too, but the chorus, that's just an excellent use of words and melody. So you'll hear some color tones there that kind of go against the chord that the melody's on. So the first one is straight ahead over the one chord, then so that it's a major 7 over the 4 chord, which we don't usually do in bluegrass. We usually flat that 7 to make it bluesy, but this is just a lush exception to that rule. And then again on the next 4 chord, it's the 9th of the chord. So if you played a C, add 9, that would have that note in it. I'm sorry, the 4 chord, the D, add 9. I know you don't all have capos on. That belongs to the 5. So on each of those 4 chords, there's a color tone, the 7th, major 7th, and then the major 9th. So those are fun little approaches that you can try on that kickoff. So the way I might kick it off would be a 1, 2, 3. Better time there. Okay, so there you go. Kick us off here on A Voice on the Wind in the key of A. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. as I looked out that beach of sand. I looked at the sea from the edge of the land, watched the seabirds fly where the ocean roars, and I wonder why my heart's so sore. Your love has gone, said a voice on the wind, as sweet as a song on a violin, as sad as the sky on a starless night, or the tear in your eye in the pale moonlight. I got it. As the seabirds cry out o'er the waves, I sit and sigh o'er happy days, and lonesome there my heart did pine, for a love that lasts till the end of time. Your love has gone, said a voice on the wind, as sweet as a song on a violin, as sad as the sky on a starless night, or the tear in your eye in the pale moonlight. Play. From the edge of the sea to the end of the sky, where does love go as the years roll by? Here deep in my heart you'll always be, as sure as the shore is kissed by the sea. Your love has gone, said a voice on the wind, as sweet as a song on a violin, as sad as the sky on a starless night, or the tear in your eye in the pale moonlight. Cool. I went for that high note like Tim does on the last chorus there. Okay, we got a few more numbers to get through here in the next 20 minutes, so let's just get right to it. Soldier's Joy in the key of D. I'm assuming most of you know Soldier's Joy, but if you don't, I'm just going to run you through the changes right quick. And a 1, key of D, and a 1, and 1, and 1, and 1, and a 1, and 1, and 5, and a 1, and a 1, and 1, and 1, 1, and a 5, and a 1. Da 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 5. Da 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 1 and a 5 and a 1. 1 and a 1 and 4 and 4. 1 and 5 and 5. 1 and a 1 and 4 and 4. 1 and a 5 and a 1. 1 and 1 and 4 and 4. 1 and 1 and 5 and 5. 1 and 1 and 4 and 4. 1 and 5 and 1. Okay, so it's going to be me kicking it off, and we'll go twice through. So A and a B from me, A and a B from you, A and a B from me, A and a B from you, and then you tag it at the end. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to kick us off on Soldier's Joy in the key of D. Okay. Fun. Never get over that one. It's hard, really, really hard for me to play that at that tempo, but it's a great exercise. Okay, I went ahead and removed the capo before I looked at the key. We're doing this next song in A, Helen. And this, I don't think we've done this on the slow tempo yet, but this is a song that came up in the new year, new songs and tunes, and it's become one of my favorites of late. And this was brought to my attention by my girlfriend Marissa. Thank you, Marissa, for cluing me into this song. And I know you love it when I do this song, so this is for you. And I hope you are singing along back in Denver. I'll see you in a couple days. All right. We're going to Baja together, so that's going to be a fun trip for us. Okay, Helen, it's a straight 1-4-5 verse. 1 and a 1 and a 4. 5 and a 5 and a 1. Again. 1 and a 1 and a 4. prominent to the fight. 1 and a 1 and a 4. 5 and 5 and a 1. So my kickoff would go something like 1, 2. Now, banjo players, or anybody here who is listening to me speak, give a good listen to that recording. It's on Bluegrass Holiday with J.D. Crowe and a bunch of buddies. And I think Doyle Lawson is in there. Red Allen is certainly the singer on this song and the guitarist. And J.D. Crowe's banjo work on this song is just impeccable and beautiful and just a lesson in itself of timing, tone, and how to approach a song like this on that instrument. And we can all apply that kind of fine-tuning to whatever we're doing with music. So J.D. Crowe is an excellent example of just getting it right, you know. Okay, so wherever you're at in this moment, go ahead and kick us off on Helen in the key of A. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Helen, the night that I met you, it seemed that my heart went your way. Love was the word that told the story. I wish you were here with me today. You told me that I need not worry, that you always be mine. Helen, my darling, please tell me a place in your heart I'll always find. I got it. The time we are wasting, my darling, is making my heart ache with pain. But our lives are so far apart, dear, I guess I'm just hoping in vain. You told me that I need not worry, that you always be mine. Helen, my darling, please tell me a place in your heart I'll always find. Play. Helen, my darling, I love you. I love you with all of my heart. Please don't you ever forsake me. Please say that we never will part. You told me that I need not worry, Okay, moving right along. Sophronie in the key of B. This is going to close it out for the slow tempo jam. And right after this, I'm going to shut down the system and bring it right back a couple minutes later for the mid-tempo, which should be starting pretty close to quarter till in about 6 minutes, but it might start a couple minutes late once we get through this song. So come on right back for the mid-tempo. It's going to pick up right where we left off here. And, you know, we got to keep moving toward those bluegrass tempos, right? So this is, you know, ramping our way up there with Sophronie in the key of B. Straight 1, 4, 5. 1 and 1 and 4 and 4 and 5 and 5 and 1 and 1. 1 and 1 and 4 and 4 and 5 and a 5 and a 1. Sample kickoff there. Okay, here we go. Kick us off on Sophronie in the key of B. I hope you're singing along too. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. My Sophronie from Kentucky, she's found another man. I can't even kiss her, can't even hold her hand. The moon we used to love beneath is still up in the sky. Now I'm just a hot shot with a teardrop in my eye. Love 'em and leave 'em, kiss 'em and grieve 'em. That used to be my motto so high, till my Sophronie left me so lonely, and now there's a teardrop in my eye. I got till Gabriel blows his bugle, I'll be loving that sweet girl. She means more to me than the whole wide world. I used to be a killer with the women, me oh my. Now I'm just a hot shot with a teardrop in my eye. Love 'em and leave 'em, kiss 'em and grieve 'em. That used to be my motto so high, till my Sophronie left me so lonely, and now there's a teardrop in my eye. Play. I used to slay the pretty girls from Maine to Alabama. Loved them very much at first, and then I'd let them down. I'd seen so many pretty eyes filled with bitter tears. Find them and forget them, but now I have my fears. Love 'em and leave 'em, kiss 'em and grieve 'em. That used to be my motto so high, Okay, we did it. Well, thank you all so much for being here. As always, I appreciate the donations. I'm here for you, but if you can be here a little bit for me as well, I really appreciate that. It helps me out a lot. And I'll be right back here in about 2 or 3 minutes for the mid-tempo jam. So please come on right back. A couple minutes past quarter till. Okay, see you then.